Today we are going to talk about linear inequality. This is Dr. Nandi. Please take a look at my channel and subscribe to it by hitting the red subscribe button at the bottom right corner. And please click on the notify button, bell button, because then you'll be notified in your phone every time I upload a new video, which I do quite often. Okay, so hope everybody is doing great. So we'll get started with my lecture on inequality, algebraic inequality. You have heard about algebraic equation, algebraic inequality is almost the same. Okay, so equality, there is an equal to sign between two algebraic expression. Here the inequality sign is this, and we are going to talk about linear inequality. Linear inequality. Again, linear comes from the word line, okay, straight line, and the highest x or the unknown variable in algebra is 1 here. So linear inequality is of the form ax plus b less equal to c. For example, so inequality symbols are less than, greater than, less equal to. This is read as less or equal to. Less or equal to. The equal to portion. And the other one can be greater or equal to. Okay? Or, always or. Okay? So, we will solve inequality in the same way. Solve inequality in a similar fashion, in similar way as equation, as linear equation. Okay. However, there is a difference. Okay. The exception is when multiplying or dividing by a negative number, we have to reverse the direction of the inequality. Okay. So let's solve. Okay. Let's solve an inequality. Okay. Solve okay. Solve this inequality. 3 times x plus 1 minus 5 less equal to 2x plus 1. Okay. So we will use the same idea as we used to solve a linear equation, except there is an inequality sign here. Why inequality? Because it can be less than or equal to. So first we will use the distribution rule as before. Distribute the 3 to the terms inside the parenthesis. Distribution, don't get confused, it's basically multiplication. 3 times x plus the next term inside the parenthesis bracket is 1, 3 times 1 is 3, minus 5 less equal to 2x plus 1. Now this is 3x plus number my 5 is greater than number 3. So you cannot subtract a greater number from a smaller number. So basically you have to subtract the smaller number 3 from 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. But because the larger number 5 has a negative sign in front of it, so 5 minus 3 is 2 because 5 has a negative sign. Hence the final answer 5 minus 3 will have a negative sign, or minus 2, less equal to 2x plus 1. At this stage we will separate the variables, that is keep the unknown variable on one side, the constant on the other side. The constant are numbers 2 and 1. So first we will subtract 2x on both sides. You ask me why did I subtract? Because 2x, the coefficient 2 is less than coefficient 3. I know we can subtract 2 from 3 and the smaller number from the larger number. Therefore I subtract 2x on both sides. Now 3x minus 2x is x minus 2, that's less equal to 1. As I said, we will keep the constant on one side, which is 2 and 1, and the unknown variable x on the other side. So x, I will add 2 on both sides. Why do I add? Because the opposite of negative is positive. So when I do that, this 2 and this 2 cancel, and we are left with x less equal to 3. Now, how do you draw it on a number? This is also written as a set of numbers such that x is less equal to 3. Remember, this vertical line means such that. So how do you depict it on a diagram? So you have 0, say you have 0 over here, 1 over here. On the right of 0 you have positive numbers, 2 over here, 3 over here. On the left of 0 you have the same distance, equivalent distance, negative numbers. So my x, the unknown variable, is less equal to 3. Notice there is an equal to sign. The maximum value of x is 3. So I put a complete circle, filled circle at 3, because 3 is the maximum value of x, and then draw an arrow pointing to the left. So x is the set of numbers such that x is less equal to 3. Any number less equal to 3 satisfies this linear inequality. Okay. Let's do another problem. This is involve fractions. Okay, another inequality using fractions. Okay, so this is the picture of, as I mentioned, x such that set of numbers x such that x is less equal to 3. Maximum value is 3 in this case. There is an equal to sign. I put the filled circle. Now let's solve 3x by 10 plus 1 greater or equal to 1/5 minus x over 10. Okay. So again, rule is to keep the unknown variable x on one side and the constant terms on the other side. We notice 3x by 10, 3 the coefficient is greater than 1x by 10. So we will add the smaller number, a smaller term containing the unknown variable on both sides. Why do I add? Because the opposite of subtraction is addition, so this is plus. So this becomes 3x by 10 plus x over 10 plus 1 greater equal to 1/5. Now following the rule, keep the numbers, the constants on one side and the variables on the other side. We will subtract 1 on both sides. So this becomes 3x by 10 plus x over 10. Denominator is same. Key thing, important thing to remember, when we add fractions, the denominator should be the same number. Here fortunately 10 on both the denominators. So we will just add the numerator. 3x plus 1x is 4x over 10 greater equal to 1/5 minus 1. Okay, so this has denominator 5, 1/5. This has nothing in the denominator, means 1. Again, rule is to keep the denominators the same. So the left hand side remains unchanged. 4x over 10 greater equal to 1/5, and 1 over 1 can be expressed. I will multiply the numerator and denominator by 5. You ask me why 5? Because 5 is already in the denominator of the first fraction. I have to keep the denominator same, so 1 I will convert to 5 over 5. In that case, the denominator on the right hand side of the both terms are the same, which is 5. So I have here 4x by 10 greater equal to 1 minus 5. Really I cannot subtract 5 from 1. I'll have to do the opposite, which I have to subtract 1 from 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. But because the larger number 5 has negative sign, so the answer 5 minus 1, 4 will have a negative sign in front of it. So I have 4x by 10 greater equal to minus 4/5. I have to solve for x. So the first thing I will do is multiply by 10 on both sides. Why do I multiply by 10 on both sides? The reason is I want to remove the 10 from the denominator on the left hand side. So it's divided by 10, opposite is multiplication. Minus 4 over 5 times 10. So the reason for multiplication was of course to cancel the 10 on the left hand side. So I have 4 over x, 10 cancel out, greater equal to minus 4 times 10 is 40, minus 40 divided by 5, or 4x greater equal to, now 5 goes into 40 8 times, but we have a negative sign, 4x greater equal to minus 8. Okay, so this is a minus 8. Okay, now of course I have to remove the 4. 4 times x, opposite is division. Okay, so x becomes greater equal to minus 8 divided by 4 is minus 2. So the solution is of course a set of numbers x such that x is greater equal to minus 2. How do you graph it? So you have 0, 1, 2 on the right side, positive of 0, on the right of 0, on the left of 0, negative, and you want greater than equal to minus 2, greater than equal to the lowest value in this case, lowest value. The previous problem it was highest value, here the lowest value is minus 2. So, and also an equal to sign. So you put a filled circle at minus 2, greater than minus 2 means all the values on the right. Okay, and usually when you do that you also put a parenthesis, like you could have put a parenthesis here too. So this is the graphical picture or graph of the solution, which is a set of numbers x such that x is greater equal to minus 2. That means on the right of minus 2. Okay. Now I am going to flip the board. On the other side, we will solve some compound inequality problem. Compound inequality problem. What is that, you ask me? Just give me a minute. Let me change the position of the board. Okay. So I'm going to solve some compound inequality problem. What is a compound inequality? As the name implies, it is not simple inequality anymore. So let's take a particular problem. Solve minus 6 less equal to half x minus 4 less than minus 3. This is a compound inequality because there is more than one inequality. Minus 6 is less equal to half x minus 4 is one inequality. The other inequality starts from the term in the center, half x minus 4 less than minus 3. So we will solve each inequality. Remember, it's a compound 2 inequality. We will solve each inequality separately. The first one is minus 6 less equal to half x minus 4. Okay. Again, keep the constant term on one side and the unknown variable x on the other side. Here I see half x is combined with a constant 4. So I have to remove it. Opposite of minus is plus. Do a plus 4 on both sides. Okay. So minus 6 plus 4. Okay. On the left hand side. Less equal to, this minus 4 cancels with this plus 4. Just left with half x. Okay. Really, we cannot subtract 6 from 4 because the number 6 is greater than 4. So we have to subtract the smaller number 4 from 6. But because the larger number 6 has a negative sign, 6 minus 4 is 2. But we will retain the negative sign in front of the larger number. So minus 2 less equal to half x. Okay. Now we have to solve for x. X divided by 2. We have to remove the 2 from the denominator. So we multiply by 2 on both sides. What you do on one side of the equation or inequality, in this case, you have to do on the other side. When you multiply by 2 on both sides, this 2 cancels with this 2. And 2 times minus 2 is minus 4 less equal to x. Okay. If you want to write it the other way, keep x on the left hand side and 4 on the right hand side, you have to flip. Okay, you have to flip. Okay. And then it becomes x greater equal to, less equal to becomes greater equal to minus 4. Okay. Same inequality written with x transposed to the left and minus 4 goes to the right. When we do that, we flip the direction of the inequality. Now, let's look at the other inequality, which is half x minus 4 less than minus 3. Again, separate the constant term from the unknown variable x. So we add 4 on both sides. Opposite of minus is plus. So we do that. So when we do that, this minus 4 cancels with this plus 4. So we have half x less than 4 minus 3 is 1. Okay. Now we have to remove the 2 from the denominator. X divided by 2. Opposite of division is multiplication. So this 2 and this 2 cancel. So x is less than 2 times 1 is 2. Now we combine this result with this result. Minus 4 is less equal to x. Okay, less than 2. What does it mean? It means the lowest value of x is minus 4 and the highest value of x is 2. How do you write this? You write this as solution is a set of numbers x, and you always put the parenthesis such that minus 4 less equal to x less than 2. This is your solution set. Set means a set of numbers, right? So the lowest value of x is minus 4 and the highest value of x is 2. If you want to depict it graphically, if you want to show it graphically, then you draw the number line. 0 on the left is negative, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Lowest value of x is minus 4, equal to sign. So you put a solid circle here. Highest value of x is 2, but it is not equal to, it's less than 2. I should write highest value of x is less than 2. So you indicate positive numbers on the right of 0. So this is 2. Notice there is no equal to sign over here. So you cannot technically put a closer or filled out circle. It will be an open circle and your solution set is between these minus 4 and 2. Okay, so this is the graphical representation of the same equation. Okay, now let's work on a what problem? What problem on inequality? What problem on linear inequality? On 3 exams, you get 88, 78 and 86. There is still a final exam. Part A, if you get an 100 in the final, what is your average grade? Now average is same as arithmetic mean. So average is equal to arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. That means you add all the numbers, 88 plus 78 plus 86 plus 100, because you got 100 in the last exam, and divide it by 4. Okay. So that is equal to, if you add these four numbers, it is 352 divided by 4. Okay, and 352 goes into 488. So your average score is 88. Okay. In the part B, they ask to earn a B in the course. You must have a final average of at least 80. What must you get? What must you get on the final? To earn a B? That is the question. So how will you solve this problem? You don't know the last exam score in algebra. The unknown is always F. Let X be the score on the final. Okay. So mean score in 4 exams. In 4 exams is 88 plus 78 plus 86 plus X divided by 4. Okay. So 88 plus 78 plus 86, the sum of these three numbers, this is plus. You adding the first three scores, you get 252. So 252 plus X divided by 4, and you must get at least 80. The lowest score is 80 to get a B. So this is your inequality, greater equal to, because the lowest score has to be 80 to get a B. So you have to solve this equation. Okay, so how do you do that? So this is divided by 4. So this greater equal to means at least 80. Okay, so you multiply by 4 on both sides. So this will lead to, this 4 and this 4 will cancel. 252 plus X should be greater equal to 4 times 80 is 320. Now you have to solve for X, so you have to remove the constant term from the left hand side. 252 is smaller than 320, so you subtract 252 on both sides. Okay. And 252 subtracted from 252 on the left hand side cancel out. So x is greater or equal to 320 minus 252. So if you do the subtraction, you get x is greater or equal to 8, this is 328, 6, so 668. So your solution is in set form x, remember parenthesis, such that x is greater or equal to 68. So the lowest score you can get is 68 in order to get a B average in this course with 4 exams. So you have to score a minimum of 68 in the final exam to get an average of B in the course consisting of 4 exams. Is there any question? If you have any question, please do not hesitate to shoot me a note. Okay? And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you like this video, share with your friends. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. That motivates me to produce more videos. Please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. And please subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button at the bottom right corner. I've solved all kinds of math problems just for you in my channel. If you subscribe to my channel, you can check out all my interesting videos on solving problems. And please do not forget to watch me tomorrow when I'll be back with another interesting video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a nice day, and I look forward to hearing back from you with your thumbs up and any comments. Please let me know where you're watching my video from. Take care. Have a nice day. See you. Take care. Bye-bye. See you. Have a nice day.